Should the IWC push Karion Kross? He's the new it thing all over the internet and somewhat within the arena as well, where everybody's fiending for the idea of Karion Kross. Even saying things like he should get a world title push. But I really want to talk about this because it's so interesting to see how fans react and how much their mood changes and the revisionist history that they have. So let's talk about Carrion for a second. Now, quick disclaimer before I say everything I'm about to say. I don't dislike Karrion Cross. I do think he actually cuts really interesting promos. And I was one of the people back in the day when people did not like Karrion that was like, oh, Karrion's pretty cool. Give him a solid push. But now everybody wants him, and I don't think it's for viable reasons. So remember when Karrion Cross and the Final Testament went up against a feud against the Pride to get on WrestleMania? Y'all remember that? It was Karrion against Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was a part of the Street Profits. And after this feud, after everything that's done, a lot of people were saying that didn't deserve to be on WrestleMania. A lot of people were saying Bubba Ray was needed to make this a WrestleMania match. After this, Bobby Lashley left the WWE. It was not a good program. Nobody cared and nobody was rooting for Karrion Cross. Nobody liked the storyline. So, again, it's interesting how things change. And then we got this program. Karrion Cross was still getting a lot of promos. Keep in mind, he was getting segments, storylines, promos featured on WrestleMania. And this is him going against the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six and The Miz. They include them to really try to propel the Final Testament, to make them interesting. Nobody still cared. Wyatt Six, after this feud, tanked in terms of their careability. That's not even a word, but I'm going to use it for the purposes of this. The Miz had to go to SmackDown because of how terrible this was. This was a bad feud, and you could argue that this was injuries played a part on why it ended so terribly, but ultimately, nobody cared about this storyline. Nobody cared about these segments. Nobody cared about Karrion. And then let's fast forward to this. Karrion's hype bomb. Now that he roasted the company, roasted Logan Paul, now everybody likes him. We want Karrion Cross. Oh my God. So he had to cut an edgy promo going after the company for you guys to like him? Are we serious? Oh my goodness. All this to say that Karrion, you guys were never